Hello my friends, the Subnautica 2 cinematic trailer is finally out. I could not possibly be more excited. This is going to be my first time watching it, so let's watch it together and let's see what it's all about. Oh boy, here we go. Oh my god, that looks so good. Jesus, okay. No. Oh, that does not look good, does it? Okay. Help? Maybe? Could it be? Hey! Yes, it's help! Okay, nice. Alright, a bunch of cursed peepers. Oh, Jesus. No. Alright, never mind. And look at that. My god, that logo looks crisp. Subnautica 2 coming 2025. Dang, okay, I'm not gonna be able to stop smiling for the next week. Man, that looked freaking awesome. Okay, so now I would say let's go through the trailer bit by bit and actually take a look at what we have here. Now, of course, it all begins with what I assume is one of our protagonists sinking into the abyss. Now, here we have a shot at what looks to be kind of the equivalent of the safe shallows, maybe. There's a very colorful fish up front, you know, that looks a bit like the peeper. And of course, this is the cinematic trailer, so, you know, everything has been polished up to look as good as it possibly can. But the designs on everything are crisp. Yeah, here we see a lot more of the biome, and yeah, it looks amazing. And definitely seems shallow enough too, yeah. Yeah, so here the mask is saying, warning, critical oxygen. It is also cracked. You know, I wonder if we are gonna get some sort of like equipment, you know, degradation or wear damage, whatever you want to call it. That'd be pretty interesting. I mean, based on everything around, to me, this still looks like Altera tech. Like the color schemes, we might still be sort of Altera-issued divers, or explorers, if you will. Of course, here the massive crab creature, which if that size difference is anything to go off of, this thing is going to be freaking huge. Looks absolutely terrifying. If you have arachnophobia, it's going to be even worse for you, I reckon. Okay, but my guy is able to just swim away, so maybe it's not the pinnacle of danger, but this is really interesting. So he gets sucked into a water current. Now, if you don't know, currents were something that was actually in very, very early access Subnautica and then got cut eventually. So it's fascinating to see it make a comeback here. I wonder if they're going to be like a big deal, where you're going to have to learn to navigate the map with a bunch of water currents all over the place. Yeah, that's not a nice place to wake up either, man. Okay, so here we see the first vehicle, in which we see, you know, another diver. Of course, the game will be multiplayer, we know this already. Also really makes me wonder if there's gonna be a character creator, where you can make your own character, or if it's gonna be a bunch of presets, or if there's gonna be some sort of randomization. Super curious about that. Okay, so we see a shoal of those fish swimming around. Not sure if that is a sign of danger. Now, looking at the vehicle here as well, it is an interesting one. Lots of glass on it. It's not quite the sea truck, and it's not the sea moth either. I mean, it does have the same aesthetic, that's for sure, but it looks distinctly new. It does look like something could be attached in the back, but I'm not sure. And then we get this thing appearing. Oh my god, look at it. Yeah, so this is like a kraken-like creature. Looks ginormous. Look at it compared to our two guys down there. Has a bunch of tentacles, some glowy bits up top, and then here we have the Subnautica 2 logo emerge. I mean, I think that is a brilliant sort of first cinematic teaser look view, whatever you want to call it. And also, I want to point out here at the very end, you can see that it is coming to be on Game Pass, which is brilliant. It means those of you who are on Game Pass will be able to get your hands on it day one. And of course, wishlist today. If you guys are interested in the game, please go on Steam and wishlist it right now. Now you might be thinking that's it, but of course, we now have a bunch of new screenshots that we can look at as well, directly from the game. I presume these are gameplay screenshots. So here's the first one, and here we can see what really looks like maybe the Barut shark from Below Zero, and some sort of a very volcanic biome. I mean, you can see a bunch of vents around in the left and all the way around the back. There is a creature that somewhat looks like the Mesmer, maybe, in the middle. You can see our protagonist's hands as well. No scuba diving gloves, but then again, that could just be that type of outfit. Overall, I think it looks really good, man. The soft lighting in the background looks beautiful. Next up, we see some of that scanner tool. Like, this looks like Alteran technology to me. Now, I will point out, you see those little green bits above, you know, the display on the sort of holographic thing. I wonder if this game happens to take place after the events of Below Zero, if there is a possibility that the tech has started incorporating, you know, precursor technology. They know about this stuff, they've seen the facilities. Who's to say that maybe Riley's findings, combined with what they found in Sector Zero, could not contribute to some of the technology changing slightly and evolving using precursor tech, and maybe that's what we're seeing here. This seems to be fairly closely tied to kind of the Safe Shallows biome that we see at the start because of all the orange coral that we see up top. The player is currently scanning some sort of a fish. Now, it does have pretty sharp teeth up front, so I'll make the wild guess that it's not friendly. It's just kind of a default in Subnautica, isn't it? Now, for the third one, this is the Safe Shallows biome. Now, there's a bunch of weird creatures here. I honestly have no clue what this thing is supposed to be. As everything in the Subnautica series, it looks like it wants to eat you. It might just be a little too small to do it, I hope. And of course, we can see the sort of effects of Unreal 5 lumen lighting here, and it looks gorgeous, so brilliant work there. Now, this is interesting. So here we see some of those crabs that our protagonist was running into, as well as one of the vehicles from the game. I assume this is what we saw in the trailer. It is strange, it's like a pod for one person, presumably. I'm not sure if what we're seeing up back is just a propulsion or if there is in fact a way to connect something to it. But yeah, it looks absolutely brilliant, and those crabs look freaky. Kind of reminds me of the sea treaders a little bit. I really love that we're gonna have another sort of walking creature like that around. Okay, and this one has got to be my favorite. Here we're kind of seeing a new method of propulsion, some sort of equipment for your hands or your arms that boosts you forward. And of course, we're seeing what is going to be another player here, kind of zooming through. But look at this biome. I love the diversity of the terrain. How these things kind of protrude out from the mass of the land and then they're just going to hang suspended. So many nooks and crannies for you to swim through. And just look at the amount of fish around in the background and stuff. Like, this looks so freaking good. Mind you, my poor computer's graphics card is screaming and melting just looking at this. Now, again, you guys might be thinking that this is it, but there's actually a tiny bit more of what we have. And I'll just probably play the trailer in the background, but I got access to the Subnautica 2 fact sheet, if you will, from the developers. And this is just to kind of give us some concrete information about what exactly we can be expecting from the game. So, first of all, as we already knew, up to 4-player co-op, where you will be building bases, crafting tools, and exploring the planet's biomes. Now, of course, as always, you're going to be building tools, building submarines, and building bases. It even says that there has been an overhauled building system that allows for greater adaptability. Now, what exactly this means, I'm not sure, but I just hope we can get a lot more granular when it comes to building bases, especially since it's going to be multiplayer, and you're going to have multiple people be able to work on building one base. Of course, there's going to be a ton of new biomes, and even, as it says here, quote, as you dive deeper into the world, you'll uncover the secrets at the heart of the planet. Hopefully, and I'm really praying for this, we're gonna get some real deep biomes where you go into pitch black darkness, where you're gonna be able to get that sort of void / iron lung vibe, maybe. And finally, as we already knew, Subnautica 2 will be going into early access in 2025 on Steam, Epic Games Store, Xbox Series X and S, the Windows Store, and Xbox Game Pass. So guys, that is all that we have for now. I absolutely cannot wait to keep following the development of Subnautica 2. I want to say so far, everything I've seen looks amazing to me. I cannot wait to see more, see some gameplay. I think so far everything looks brilliant and looks very much in line with kind of what the original Subnautica was. You know, one of my fears perhaps was that switching to Unreal 5, you're gonna lose that essence of Subnautica, but so far, looking at those screenshots and that trailer, to me, I look at that and I see Subnautica. So brilliant job by the developers, which I want to give a massive shout out to. Thank you so much to Crafton and Unknown Worlds Entertainment for letting me get my hands on these early. I really appreciate you guys. Keep killing it out there. But that brings us to the end of the video, so I really hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, maybe consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. All of those would be very much appreciated. With that, I'm gonna wish you all a beautiful rest of the day, and I'll see you in whatever next video I make. Bye bye.